Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is a Black Manga Critic. I am back with a reaction and initial thoughts to The Promised Neverland, chapter 89, y'all. All right, I'm already hyped for this chapter. All right, I was hyped for the other chapter. I'm hyped for this chapter. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be live. It's gonna be hype, lit, whatever you want to call it. All right. I don't have a lot of time because as soon as I finish this video, I have to like run downstairs, get my laundry out the dryer, and then like head right out to work. So I got so I don't have a lot of time to do that. I wish I had like 40 minutes, even 30 minutes to like just sit here, chill, read chapter, do all this stuff, but I don't have a lot of time. So what I'm going to do is, I'm gonna read through the chapter, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna, write some initial thoughts. That's what it's gonna be. Okay. I'm really trying to figure out when the next Promised Neverland discussion is going to be. I feel like it should be either this weekend or at some point next week. I don't know. I got to figure it out. All right, I got to figure it out. It can't be this Friday because I got stuff to do this Friday, fiance time and all that. It's dope. It's dope. But maybe Saturday, maybe Sunday. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. All right, so let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into the Promised Neverland chapter 89. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Good job. Yo, thanks, man. It was cool. Yeah, there's a lot of ideas. I had to like say a few things. Like I had to say those things. I wish I could have said, hey, why isn't, Rio Kugo like a woman, or like I wish I could have put that up, but I didn't. There were some things I wanted to say, some things like I didn't get a chance to say, but it's fine. I was in it. I was in there. I was, I was speaking my mind. I was talking about how I dislike certain characters, generally dislike Whole Cake Island, like said what I had to say. All right. Yeah. Nah, not right now. Nah. The very at the first it was very laggy, and then it like got better. So being at the Promised Neverland greatness, y'all. Okay. Thank you for the comment, Key. Thank you for that. It was good, Dr. Vakeman. What's good, Chiganmo? What's good, Shotty? All right, let's do it. And the color page, of course, is always dope. Like I've never seen a color page that Pasuka's like made that was like trash. I haven't seen it. But some people might have different opinions about that. So it is what it is. But let's get it. Chapter 89 is called Convening. Man. Yo, and Lewis just got blasted in the face, yo. Blasted. Huh? And Emma, what's really interesting is that Emma knew exactly where that shot came from. You know what I mean? Like she was like, "Shoo!" I know exactly where that shot came from. I mean, the sound, obviously, but still. It's the man and Ray. Both of them are okay. And they came for me. Of course they came for you, silly. Of course they came for you. Come on. Emma's friends? Reinforcements? Whoa, he hit Lewis's mask? That gun. Yo, let's see what's up. Lewis is still dealing with the electrocution. The mask is broken. Oh, look at his face. Oh, his face is so disgusting. But it's really cool because like I thought it was gonna be way more vicious, I guess, in a way, but it's like very in some ways like it's grotesque in a particular way. You know what I mean? More than like sharp and like edgy and vicious, I guess. Yes, it broke. We broke it. We broke Lewis's mask. Now you gotta kill him. Now you gotta kill him. Incredible. They destroyed my mask. That was more. They destroyed my mask. That was more than I expected. Yo. And then Emma took the gun. Yo. And you quickly moved to shoot underneath the mask. Amazing. Your plan is flawless. I accept the challenge. Yo, let's go. A grenade? Interesting. Very well. Whether it's the gunfire or grenades, I'll repel them all. Yo, let's go. Come on. Yo, the grenade broke to make, what is that? That's not a regular grenade, y'all. Oh, a flash bomb, bruh. A flash bomb? He looked right at it too. Yeah. I love that. Right? It's like it's human nature to like see like something that is harmful to you and to like look at it and to notice that, right? And to stare at it if you can see, right? Like visually, you know what I mean? So This like makes total sense. Like to set up a flash bomb. A flash bomb. He fell for it. Boom. Stop his movements. Okay, so flashback. Stop his movements. Lewis is a monster. He can't be killed just because you break his mask. Even if his mask is gone, don't ever let your guard down. The real battle starts then. Immediately afterwards, you have to take away his senses. No matter how fast an opponent is, they can't move freely if they are blinded. And an intense flash of light at close range won't just take away their sight. It'll mess up a bunch of their senses. Yeah, especially if you're like, if you rely on your, on one sense, right? Like if you rely on sight. Like it's not like, you know, sometimes you read comics or manga, whatever, or stories where, oh, all the senses are, you know, immediately sharpened. And like, that's not how it works. You know what I mean? Generally, you know, what happens is like, when you lose like a particular sense, like, boom, it's like, it's hard. You know what I mean? It's hard to like, you know, collect your senses, especially in an environment like this. It's a battle. So this is going to be interesting. It'd be like taking a direct hit to the brain. Yo. I only see white. I'm also dizzy. Where are they? It's working. Of course it would. He lost his mask and took the flash bomb that close. We've completely stopped his movements. Yo, come on. Don't ever let down your guard. This allows us to aim for his eyes. Humans can't compete with his speed. Then crush all of the senses needed to move. That's why they use a flash bomb disguised as a grenade. Good idea, Lucas. Yo, let's go. Friends forever, yo. Come on, go on. Yo, and he dropped? What? He's hiding his face. It's useless. We have 4 people attacking from 3 directions. We can do it. We can kill him now. Yo, don't lower your guard for a second. You just gotta move. Come on. What the? Okay, so what did he like pick up? Like, what was that? Was it like the tiles on the broken tiles on the floor? He picked up what? So he picked up the broken tiles on the floor, and then threw them in like all different directions. Emma dodged it, of course, because she's Emma. And it hit one of the... Yo, that's ridiculous. Come on, man. Yo, Lewis looked right at Emma. Emma just gets shook. Oh, Pepe, poor Pepe. Oh, yo. It doesn't matter if he's not able... What? Come on. The other senses, they're not humans like that. Ah. You know what I mean? This is a different animal. It's like, yes, like he's gonna struggle a bit, but you don't let your guard down. That's what Lucas told you not to do. Come on. Poor Pepe. Poor little Pepe. Man. He ain't shooting. Yo, that's his other arm. He ain't doing nothing right now. I mean, it hit his shoulder, but still, like he ain't moving his arm. He can't, you know. Wow. Pepe. Damn him. How did he counterattack? He shouldn't be able to see. He should barely have the strength to keep standing. It was the sound. Because only that guy yelped when the mask fragment hit him. That demon made up for his lost sight with his hearing. In that small instant when he was thrown off guard. Yeah, Ray, come on. My guy Ray, man. Ray knows what it is. I'm going to change our position to aim again. Oh, no. All right, so he's moving. Okay, so he shot a bullet. Oh, okay, and he hit Lewis's arm, I believe. Wow, yo, Tico guy's on point, man. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. And I love this panel work where the panels like Tico guy's like is like bleeding into sort of like multiple panels. Really, really dope. Really, really dope work. All right. Yo, let's go. He's moving. He's even blocking the geezer shots. Excellent. We're getting out of here. Yo, move. This is exciting. How many centuries has it been? Yo, it's too much. Oh my goodness, is he like destroying the building, bruh? Yo, he put his hands into the building wall. Said boom. No way. Yo. Correct. Yo, he just took. Yo, this guy's ridiculous, man. And then he put back. Yeah, the hats. Look at his little his little pet was holding the hat for him. Oh, that's really nice. Oh man, come Palvis, where are you? Yes, I still can't see. I feel dizzy. It's like when you're young and foolish and wake up in the morning with a terrible hangover from drinking too much the night before. I mean, demons, of course, apparently they drink. Apparently they drink a lot. All right, okay. That's something really good. That's something interesting, I guess. Even this feeling is quite enjoyable. I felt close to death. I am alive, alive, alive. I'm alive, and that's wonderful. Yo, this is ridiculous. Pepe, please wake up. Emma, we stopped his bleeding, but we can't do anything beyond that for now. We should leave him here. Oh my goodness. Damn it. How much of a monster could that one be? We were able to carry out the plan. We broke his mask. The flash bomb worked, but he still overcomes everything we give him. We're out of resources. What do we do? How do we defeat him? Okay, so that's the end of this chapter. And again, like this is, you know, it's a dope chapter. I will say, like, I think what I love about it is like it's like the little things. It's not like it's like as a whole, the chapter is very good. But I think what I love about it is like when Lewis just said, you know what, I'm just gonna take down the buildings. Like he was like, you know, it's cool and all, but I'm taking down the buildings. No. You know what I mean? He's like, I feel close to death. Like just because he feels close to death, that doesn't mean he's gonna like let himself get like killed. You know what I mean? Like he might let himself get close to death, or he might like do certain things, but he ain't gonna let himself get killed. So he's like, nah, I'm taking down the buildings. Y'all gotta make moves. I mean, this is some stuff, yo. I don't know what's happening next. And like that's what I like. Like I don't know what is going to happen next. I have no idea. I didn't like predict the flash bomb. I probably should have, because they have eyes and like their eyes are like pretty important to them and everything like that. You know, so I probably should have like predicted a flash bomb. But even then, I think that that'd be like, you know, not like the thing. Like I would have never predicted that the flash bomb would be the thing to use against like Lewis, like Brad, you know what I mean? Maybe against other demons, but not necessarily Lewis. So that was a pretty dope chapter. Emma is just shook. She's just like, I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? She don't know what to do. So I like that. I like the fact that Emma's just like, what is happening here? I thought it was weird that she was like, they came for me. I was like, of course they came for you. Like Ray would come for you. I mean, maybe she was a little bit surprised about Teacup Guy, but even then I was like, I don't know. I guess maybe she like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to read that, you know? But yeah, she was shook. Hey, oh man, that was bad. Just looking back through the chapters, the way she dodged those, like that glass was dope. You know? Of course Emma did, because she's sharp, super sharp. But that was good. That was good. When he took down the building, man. It was good, Sheriff Dank. Let me see. Okay, so we've been talking. Oh yeah, it was great. Yeah, I was like, I just said, yo, just quickly, I was just like in the Reverie chat, in the Reverie conversation, I was just like, I feel like Whole Cake is 5 out of 10, and like I'll talk about that in another probably One Piece video or discussion or whatever about how I feel, why that is. But I think just like in terms of just like really straightforward like thinking, I'm like, yo, like there were some things that I liked. I like half of the arc. I didn't like half of the arc. I'm not gonna give it like a 7 or an 8 or God forbid a 9 or a 10. You know what I mean? Or even like a 6, because the things that I didn't like in a way sort of outweighed the stuff that I did like. And I think for me, giving it a 5 out of 10 is like being a little bit nice, because if I were to be honest about how I feel and how I feel like the arc like sort of worked in certain things, I'd probably give it honestly like a 4.5 out of 10. Honestly, if I had to be honest. But that's neither here nor there. You know, if we're talking about One Piece, like I'll talk about it in another video. But the problem is Neverland, y'all, consistently gives you the stuff that you need, right? It's not like, oh, here's a flash bomb. Here's this person being electrocuted. Usually in other manga, these things would be like very, very potent, and you generally see like the villain like on like their last ropes or whatever, the antagonist on their last ropes or whatever. You know what I mean? But here it's like he's very much so like I was close to that in that moment, right? But right now he's like, okay, all right, the mask is off, but you know, I'm gonna get my vision back. It's gonna be cool. I'm not electrocuted anymore. Like I'll be fine. It's very good, and it did feel like a short chapter, but it was great. It was just like it's really good. It's a quick read, and I like that. You know what I mean? Because I just don't need like a chapter to be like 30 pages or 40 pages or whatever, unless it's like a monthly, right? Then it's like, yeah, you better make sure those long, lengthy chapters. But you know, it's not necessary, right? It's like I wouldn't say Lewis surpasses Isabella. For me, Isabella is way more interesting than Lewis. I mean, not way more interesting, but I would say more interesting to me, right? And I think that's an opinion, but I do think that Isabella, it was utilized in a very particular way that made that first arc so amazing. There were just things that you just didn't expect. Like no one expected Isabella to like break Emma's leg. No one expected that. I didn't see that coming. Maybe people sort of expected her to like set up some trap in which they got hurt or something, and like you know what I mean? But I never expected like her to just boom, just snap her neck snap her leg like that. I didn't expect that at all. That was dope. That's like I haven't seen that. Like Lewis like has done stuff that I think we've generally kind of seen before in certain ways. You know what I mean? Which is why a lot of people like compare like Lewis to like a Ahsoka figure and stuff like that, right? To sort of groom your prey and all of those things. But like Isabella is not like I'm gonna groom my Isabella's just like I need to protect my neck, and I need to sort of protect their necks because they are cattle, and I need to make sure that I can distribute this cattle and da 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 da. You know what I mean? Like that was different, you know. And she's still and I think she very much so like loves the kids, but it's like interesting, right? We kind of get to look at that. So for me, I can understand if someone thinks like, you know, Lewis is more interesting than Isabella or something like that. But I don't think that Isabella has been surpassed by Lewis necessarily. That's how I feel. But I mean, I could always be convinced, you know. Peter is very interesting. I think in some ways, Peter will, you know, in a lot of ways because he has a very interesting role within the story. You know what I mean? So I'm really looking forward to seeing like what happens there and everything like that. That's gonna be dope. Let's see. Yeah, I mean Isabella is like phenomenal. Shadi. Let's see. But this chapter was dope. Oh yeah, that was like in my review of like One Piece, I said that like the hat wasn't a Scooby snack. I said it was like a little bit more than a Scooby snack, right? Like it's not totally a Scooby snack or anything like that. It's like there are like very clear like Scooby snacks, and then there's like that straw hat, which is like it's like yes, obviously we know that it's important, you know, to the story and everything like that, but it's still very much so a Scooby snack. It's like what are you gonna talk about? You know, like where is that leading? Like what are you gonna predict? You know what I mean? Like you can predict, but it's not. Where's that gonna go? You know. So for me, like when I see stuff like that, I'm like, yo, this is wild. Like initially, and then after that, I'm just like, I'm just trying to read the story. You know what I mean? I'm not telling other people don't do these things, don't predict, don't do that stuff. Obviously, I would never say that. But I will say it's like it's odd that like people have sort of you know taken like certain bits of like evidence to support like these claims that I don't think are very like sensical in ways. But that's just me though. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm gonna say about that. But this chapter was dope. It was great. Emma's just like again, like desperate. Like she's just like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to head out real quick. I'm gonna head out real quick. I'm gonna go get my stuff and then I gotta head to work. You know, I just don't bother to predict certain things like in that way. Just because for me, there are certain stories that are set up in such a way where they like you're supposed to do that work, right? You're supposed to do that detective work, right? Like Detective Conan, right? Case Closed. This, right? The Promised Neverland, Death Note. Those are stories like those, right? Like those are like shonen manga. Where like, yes, that's the point. The point is to use your deductive skills to figure things out. That's the point, right? So like stories like One Piece, I think like in some ways, in some instances, that is the case, I believe. But I think that like it's not that to the extent that like One Piece isn't that, it doesn't do that in the way that like Detective Conan, Promised Neverland, and Death Note, and stories like that do, right? Like Steins Gate, right? Stories like that. Like not the whole point, but a major point is to try to figure those things out, to connect all of the pieces, because they set it up in such a way that you can, right? That you can that you're supposed to be able to do that stuff. Very fair, not super quickly, but like, you know, if you just kind of sit down for like, you know, a few minutes and think about it, it's like, yeah, you can get certain like things, you know. But no, to 60%, 65%, I don't believe in any of that nonsense. I just don't pay attention to it. I don't. It's a waste of my time to pay attention to it. I don't think about it. I'm just like, when's the next chapter coming? That's how I feel about manga, like generally. I'm just like, when is the next chapter coming? I try not to think about it in terms of like, are we gonna get 10 chapters this year? Are we gonna like, you know? I'm like, otherwise I'd be like sitting in my house all the time thinking about Hunter x Hunter all the time. You know? It's one of the reasons why like I kind of like will get started on Berserk at some point, but I'm not like in a rush to do that, because I'm like, I'm reading another manga. I'm having a good time. I'm like, you know, enjoying like life, you know, so it doesn't really bother me. But this chapter was really dope. Ray immediately understood like, yo, this dude Lewis is no joke. Tika guy is still clearly like, yeah, we're out of resources, man. What are we gonna do? You know what I mean? It's like, this is a desperate situation. What are they going to do? Right? Like, what are they going to do? Look at how many people are injured. Look at who they have left. They got this, yo. That's why I feel like this is gonna be really intense. And I read Seven Deadly Sins. Like I read that. That's a dope story. Like, you know, but like certain things I just don't like. I don't waste my time on. Seven Deadly Sins I do read. I think it got way better as time went along. It was cool. Like it was like hype. You know, it was more hype than like, you know, the story was like particularly interesting. And then it just got like got really interesting. You know. You really think the only arcs left are Elbaf, Wano, Vegapunk, Marty Ho, Invasion, Raftel? I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I don't even try to bother to figure that out. 1-800-ADAM. Yo, facts. He's around somewhere. Maybe he went to go get reinforcements. I don't know who he got. But, you know, he's definitely doing something, because it's just like there's no reason to showcase that Adam just like dipped, right? Like the Adam just like dipped for no reason. It's like, obviously there is a reason. Right, so we know that at some point these things are gonna happen. He's gonna come back, everything. So it's gonna be cool. I haven't read the latest Seven Deadly Sins chapter, but I'm really looking forward to that, because like I know what happened in the last one with Van and everything like that. But I'm really looking forward to the next chapter. That's gonna be really good, because Van has needed like so much. Like he's just been like around, you know, and not even really. You know, so in some ways it's been great, because we've gotten a lot of development in terms of like Meliodas, Elizabeth, and certain characters, right? Like that's been great. But like my boy Ban needs to come home. All right, Ban needs to come home. So we gotta see what's going on with him. But yeah, this chapter was dope. The Goldie Pond Fallout is gonna be really interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing that video with Dribble Kenshin. That's gonna be dope. And to any of y'all that don't follow Dribble Kenshin, follow Dribble Kenshin. He's a dope dude. Puts out great content. Way more consistent than I've been. But later on, I'm gonna like react to the other week Shonen Jump chapters that I'm caught up on, like My Hero and stuff like that. And then maybe I'll do like a read through of like a certain manga, or I'll just react to something else. I might just like react to like a new manga. Period. So Haikyuu, I was going to do today, but I might not do it today, because like I do have work tomorrow. I got to make sure I'm in and everything like that. But I got to get out of here, because it's 3:34. I got to make sure I get to work. I got to make sure, you know, all that is great. And then I make sure I have my hours and everything like that. All right. Thank y'all for coming through. This chapter was really dope. I love the fact that Emma Emma's like, right, like Emma gets to be shook. It's not like Emma is like, oh, I'm just going to be arrogant and confident, but never be shook. It's like Emma gets shook. Emma gets scared. this is a great thing. You know, and I think that like too often we don't have like fear is something that's surprising in Weekly Shonen Jump manga at times to with like protagonists and like certain characters like this kind of fear. And it's not just right, and it's not that Emma gets to feel this kind of fear because like The Promised Neverland has a lot of like horror, you know, sci-fi kind of like you know, dystopic, like apocalyptic, like a post-apocalyptic tones. But it's like she's a character that gets to be scared. Ray's a character that gets to be scared. Teacup guy, the adult, like is like shook. You know what I mean? So when I read a lot of Weekly Shonen Jump manga, like fear doesn't like it. The impact is not the same. It's more like, oh man, you know, it's more like tension as opposed to like fear. But like the fear in this manga is like very, very like palpable. You know, and like other Weekly Shonen Jump titles, you don't see that too often. You know, and I think like so that's why like when it does happen, you're like, whoa. Like, whoa. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I feel about that. But this chapter was dope. You know, I'm not gonna rate these chapters, but if I had to rate a chapter, I'd probably give it would be a solid, like 8. It'd be a solid 8. It was a great chapter. It was short, but it did what it needed to do. I thought like some of the panel work was phenomenal, especially with Teacup guy holding his sniper rifle. That was really dope. That sort of bled into like other panels on the page. That was great. Lewis just kind of throwing the glass, trying to hit as many people as possible. Emma dodging, it was great to show off sort of like her like, you know, senses and everything. So great stuff. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go pick up my laundry. All right, thank y'all for coming through. I'm the Black Manga Critic, y'all. That was my live reaction / initial thoughts of The Promised Neverland chapter 89. I'm definitely gonna set up a Promised Neverland discussion maybe sometime either this Saturday or something like that. Okay, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be live. I'm gonna invite some people. Obviously, you know, like certain people, Dustin, Joe Kenshin, Orphe, you know, anybody else that's reading The Promised Neverland, right? Like Laz, you know, anybody else, like Trent Money, obviously, right? Like people who are reading The Promised Neverland, who are on a Sombra, you know what I mean? People that are reading The Promised Neverland who have been consistent about talking about it. Maybe I'll contact some other YouTubers, maybe, you know, Scott Report, you know, Madison, right? Like certain, you know, people that like are really, really on it. All right. So I'm the Black Manga Critic, y'all, and I'm out.